Welcome to the JD Power Power Seat here at Auto Revolution. Our guest is Chris Sutton, Vice President of Automotive Retail at JD Power. Chris, welcome.
Thanks very much, Gino. Thanks for having me today.
Sure. Tell us a little bit about, you oversee a lot of the key studies at JD Power, Customer Service Index, sales satisfaction, the studies that are mostly focused on the dealers.
Right.
So, and consumers' interaction at the dealer level. There's a new study coming out with JD Power called the Aftermarket Service Index study. Tell us a little bit about the parameters of that study.
Right. So the ASI is really our entree into measuring customer feedback with the aftermarket service provider. So it's a new space for us, so we're very excited about it. The parameters include the customer service experience in the last year with aftermarket providers. We've captured feedback from over 11,000 customers, so it's an incredibly robust study, and with that we're focusing on two areas. We're focusing first on general maintenance, oil change type work.
Okay.
And also we're looking at tire replacement with tire specialty stores as well.
Tires are a huge part of the aftermarket, isn't it? Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
How big is the aftermarket business in the United States?
So I think a good way to think about the size of the aftermarket business is the share that the aftermarket providers get relative to the total service business available. And while most customers will go to the dealer during the warranty period, over the life of that vehicle, the aftermarket will capture 70% of the available service business. So it's a tremendously sized industry, and we're looking forward to providing insight into feedback from customers that are in that industry.
Okay. Any tips? Can you lead us? What is this study going to show?
I think
are the aftermarket dealers doing a good job?
I think from our standpoint, what we're looking forward to exploring is the impact and roll-on convenience and customer choice, and the impact of that on the customer experience. So I think we certainly expect anything around time to complete service, efficiency, that those providers, we think that it's going to be one of the differentiators between, let's say, the top performers and those that are kind of the rest in class.
These days, because you spend so much time looking at the dealer body, okay, the auto dealers, is it a good time to be a car dealer? Or do they do a good job satisfying customers overall? What's the trend line? How are they doing?
I would say over the last 10 years, the dealers, whether it's on the sales side or on the service side, sales or after sales, have increasingly improved the customer experience at a fairly steady rate. I would say the rate of improvement's probably slowed down a little bit. That could be a function of as more Gen Y customers enter the market and being a little bit more challenging to satisfy. But on balance, the dealers, I think, have done a good job over the last 10 years, and that includes certainly things like facility, but I think they've also improved in the area of convenience and efficiency as well. And so that's why with this new study, we're really interested to see what's that comparison between the aftermarket providers and how does that match up to the dealer experience.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, thanks for taking some time with us today, Chris. This has been Chris Sutton, Vice President of Automotive Retail at JD Power in the Power Seat.